Hey everyone, Mars here, joined by the wonderful Alyssa / LoserWaifu on all socials. And we have a fun video here for you. So there's this article that's been making a couple rounds on Twitter on how to date a cosplay girl. Now you can imagine by the title that a lot of cosplayers didn't actually like the article. So I was gonna read through it and make a video of me going through it and my opinions, but I figured why not ask my friendly cosplay friends to kind of give me some perspective and, you know, kind of go through it and say, you know, this is kind of fucked up, this is a little better, what the fuck was this, etc., etc. So we can kind of see how and how not to act at these type of functions.
Yeah.
All right, so I have the article pulled up and we're going to kind of read through it. So, how do I get a cosplay girl to like me? Jack Eagle. Very legit name. So it starts off basically as if someone had written to him saying, oh, I always go to these conventions and I try to meet these really hot girls in cosplay outfits. I try to talk to them and follow their socials and stuff and nothing works out.
Same.
Please help me. Regular girls don't like me either, dude. So I guess I'm super screwed. Help me get a cosplay girl to like me. So I really didn't like the regular girls don't like me because it's like, what do you think a cosplay girl is? If
Apparently
not,
they're another breed.
I think so sometimes when I like walk in and it's just fucking glue and foam bits everywhere, but...
I mean, that's fair, but that goes for...
Yeah. So, I mean, he obviously wrote this kind of section just as if it was some lonely dude who's like, I need help getting a cosplay waifu. And that's why we have LoserWaifu helping. And so it gets kind of into it. So I'm so glad you reached out with your question. Geek culture is extremely popular and conventions can easily draw out hundreds of thousands of cosplayers. We know that. Believe it or not, this one's actually cool. Believe it or not, you're on the right track by trying to date girls that share your same interests. Fair. It's a great starting point for forming deeper connections, but it's not the holy grail of chemistry that you might think. So this line, this is when I first started reading, I was like, okay, maybe this guy isn't completely crazy. Maybe there's actually something worth it here because he's not wrong. It's like if you're going to if you like nerdy shit and you go to a convention, you're bound to see people and meet people that like the same things as you.
If you're trying to find a connection, you might as well try to find one with something at a place that, you know, you're going to share the same kind of interest, hopefully.
Right. And then I like the line here about, but it's not the holy grail of chemistry that you might think, because it's like, yeah, just because they're cosplayers doesn't mean they're not some regular person. Like, they have their own...
Or the worst.
Yeah.
It could be the worst.
Yeah, they're con-crunching stress monsters.
And they're, like... We'll get into it later.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, so this is where I was like, okay, I'll give him benefit of doubt. I'll keep reading, because I was like, this is pretty fair. So... Mutual interests get the ball rolling, but mutual values and beliefs sustain a proper relationship over the long haul. Fair, I think. So don't set yourself up for disappointment by thinking that a girl who makes costumes and goes to comic conventions is your match made in heaven just because that's what you like to do. Fair? What do you think? Pretty fair.
I think
super
that's
fair.
Worded wonderfully.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That being said, I will answer your question. You wanted to know how to get a cosplay girl. I'll show you how. Jack always delivers. Jack always delivers.
I don't want Jack to deliver anything.
So let's see how he delivers. So you're at the local Comic-Con dressed up as Superman. You think Wonder Woman is hot. You see a girl that looks hot dressed up as Wonder Woman. That's super redundant. Game on, right? Well, let me break something down. So this is the really bad part.
There's a Venn diagram.
So let me break down. There's a Venn diagram of cosplay girls that you need to know about. Check it out right here. Okay. So I'm going to try to fit the whole thing right here.
Oh, no. I'm looking at it from mensvariety.com.
Yeah. So cosplay girls. So he says there's 3 camps of cosplay girls. Cosplay girls who actually like geek culture. Hot cosplay girls who just like attention, and then the magical middle of hot cosplay girls who like geek culture and attention. Thoughts, opinions, thoughts.
I would like to bring to the jury my thoughts. That is, oof.
Big oof.
Big oof.
Big oof.
Oh god, there is no cosplay girl on this earth that I have ever met, and I have met a lot, and I also am one.
Are you?
Yeah. Pop some pictures up, homie.
Pop! Pop! No, do a pop. I'll do it in editing.
Pop!
Pop! Another one. Alright. Another one.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that now. I have a social media where you can follow to see it. But I have never ever in my life, and I've been cosplaying for a very long time, ever met a cosplay girl that did it for attention or did not like the things that they were claiming to enjoy. No person spends the amount of money and time, whether you buy your cosplays or you make your cosplays, it doesn't matter. It's either a lot of money, a lot of time, to not like the thing that you're cosplaying from. That would be so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists. I think there's people who like attention, but I also don't think that that's a bad thing the way people make it out to be.
Right. I mean, it could be something like it's not maybe not attention, but like they like feeling confident in wearing costumes or something.
Yeah,
right?
I think there's a difference between I want attention, so I'm going to do something bad.
Look at me. Yeah.
Or I this is my job and I need it to get out there more. The same way streamers do and the way people brand themselves. So if you are branding yourself, you have to put yourself out there. And you're going to do things that you know that people are going to look at, hopefully in a positive light.
For sure. No upskirts?
No upskirts. But yeah, I feel like it's completely ridiculous to say that there's different kinds of cosplay girls, and those different kinds of cosplay girls are separated by attention seekers or people who don't actually like geek culture.
Yeah, I didn't like this one either, just because, well, for a lot of it, but the hot part is super subjective. So the one thing for guys, I mean, what's hot to one person might not be, or what's attractive to one person. I feel like they could have used the word attractive to that specific person, I guess. I don't know what kind of distinction they're trying to make between hot cosplay girls who actually like stuff. Like you could, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of silly, but I think they could have worded it as instead like attractive, and then that's the thing. What other people find attractive might not, what floats my boat doesn't,
Exactly. It's not always going to be the same kind of person.
Yeah, it's all on a personal, individual level. So,
exactly.
Venn diagram, super not chill. So let's keep it going.
Thank you, mensvariety.com.
Mensvariety.com.
Stop talking.
If you see a girl on the right with an incredible body and an incredible costume taking pictures and profiling at the Comic-Con, that girl is most likely just in it for all the jaw drops and eye pops. That's kind of like what you were saying.
That goes exactly into what I was saying, is why would they spend the time and money? And you also pay your photographers. So you're sitting there at a convention taking photos. You're paying a photographer for their time and for their work. Why are you spending that money if you're not enjoying yourself? And also, it ain't that serious. It's cosplay. It's costume play, man. It's not like you put on a wig and you dress up as an anime character. Like, I don't know why. It's literally just for fun. Yeah, and I mean, I understand that it's some people's jobs. Yeah. And that's totally great. And I think, if you're able to do that,
that's badass.
That's amazing. It's you're so many different kinds of things in one. You're, a seamstress, you're a makeup artist, you're a business person, you're a marketer, you're all these things. And
they're just in it for attention. No,
exactly.
They just want to get looked at. They just want to get looked at.
Exactly. I mean, like, hoes will be hoes, you know what I'm saying?
Amen to that. No.
Someone's going to clip that. Context.
No. So here he just keeps saying, like, oh, this type of girl that exists in this guy's article doesn't even know what they're cosplaying as. They're just in it for the looks and stuff. I'd advise you to appreciate her beauty, take a photo if you must, and then keep it moving.
Do keep it moving, my dude.
Please keep it.
Please keep it moving.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to be friends, then that's cool. But
and then this,
trying to be creepy.
Yeah. So this one goes into the type of girl that would be on the left, saying, "Oh, she's like super actually into the stuff, but then unfortunately she is also just as socially awkward as you are." Come on. She's not packing a pair of puppies in her top either. That's a hot yikes. Disagree with that one. But she can go toe-to-toe with you in a game of Super Smash Bros. Super Mario Smash Bros. I think this guy wishes he was on the right side of the Venn diagram. Like, he thinks he might be a hot guy who doesn't know shit.
It sounds like the person writing this article has incredibly low self-esteem, is assuming that everyone who likes the things that he likes also has low self-esteem, and also is not
That's a good point.
attractive.
That's a good point.
All girls who like nerdy things obviously can't have big titties, obviously can't be attractive.
Yeah.
That's, oh my god, the amount of times I've had to deal with that in my life is ridiculous.
Yikes.
Because I have, like, no one knows, I've been cosplaying for, I think, going on 12 years.
Goddamn.
Yeah. So I've been cosplaying since I was like 14. And it's been a time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of different people. So silly.
Oh, I've met amazing people in the cosplay community. I've met awful people in the cosplay community because they're just people.
Exactly. And so I think that's kind of what's going to be at the heart of when we get to the end of this is that, like, it's all individual. It's all, you can't just kind of bucket people into stuff. I think it's like, okay. So then this next section is, you see that part of the middle of the Venn diagram? Those are the unicorns that you're looking to meet. A hot girl who likes cosplay and geek culture. These girls are extremely rare. Some might even say they don't exist. You could scour the convention floor all weekend long and not see one in the flesh. So this is the I think the main thing people were having problems with is that there's no magical unicorn type of girl that's hot and likes nerdy shit, you know?
Just a person.
Yeah.
And to say that it's extremely rare for women to like the thing that they're cosplaying from and also
and be attractive to that
hot,
person. Yeah.
Come on,
Come
man.
on now.
Like I said, I've never met a single cosplay girl. Even the mean ones. Even the ones I did not get along with that didn't like the thing they were cosplaying from. Like the whole like fake fake geek girl, fake nerd girl shit
fake,
fake. It isn't real.
Fake anime girls,
absolutely not real.
Yeah, why was everyone bullying me for liking this and now they like it now? Oh no.
And that's a fun thing that you bring that up because I was bullied for it growing up.
Oh, sadness. Sad violin
But
music.
you know, the funny thing is that the people that made fun of me like anime now and like comic books now. And I don't think there's a problem with it.
No,
because you can enter the geek community at any time. It doesn't have to be something where you've been in it for 20 years and now you're
I paid my dues.
Yeah. Like, why is it a...
I see that a lot where people are kind of salty because they had to go through like all that and then they're like, now you only like it. You're not allowed to like it now.
Why is it a prerequisite to like geeky things to be bullied and have a horrible childhood? Like... It should be celebrated that it's accepted and popular now.
More friends. Bigger con parties.
I mean, you're gonna... Bigger con parties, homie. Exactly. You're gonna have bad apples in each one, but to say that it's extremely rare for women to enjoy things and be attractive.
Especially after he started the article saying there's a ton of, like, hundreds of thousands of people that go to these. It's like, calm down. There's thousands of people.
There's gonna be that one special girl, and she's gonna have a halo above her head, and she's going to have her titties out, and that's gonna be your girl. You're gonna be able to see her from a mile away. She's gonna be glowing.
Oh,
absolutely
there
not.
She is.
Yeah. Also, thanks for, looking at someone and assuming they do or do not like something. I'm glad that you can, without speaking to someone, tell exactly
But I mean, come on, just look at them.
Bro, just like, look, you're gonna see.
There they are.
You're gonna see. They're not, they don't know what they're talking about,
I see
bro.
The puppies.
Did you know that, oh, fucking shut up.
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. But let's assume that you did, though.
Assume that
let's assume you did find this magical unicorn of a hot person at an anime convention,
and they're very rare.
Yeah. Your first step is to stride right over and tell her that you like your cosplay and the character it represents. If you don't know the character, just ask. Oh, he's actually being serious about this part. Okay, so he's saying that you should first walk over and say, if you see a cosplayer that's hot, say that you like her costume and the character. And if you don't know, just ask.
First of all, fake nerd boy. Don't know the character. Wow.
Oh, damn.
Bam.
Wow.
Anyway.
Don't tell her that she's so hot.
Don't do that.
Okay, I agree. Good. Yeah, that's a great line. Don't scan all over her body with your eyes just like the damn Terminator. Don't do one of these. Don't do one of these.
That goes for anyone. Don't do that to anyone.
Yeah, don't recommend that. Just compliment her choice of costume. Pick a small detail that you like about it. You can go even so far as to ask whether she made it herself. Then, just walk away.
Hey, did you make that yourself? Yeah.
And then just leave. Yeah. I mean, so this is also where it starts getting into dicey territory, right? So a lot of this stuff, I mean, this is obviously like an article on kind of like how to like pick up girls at a cosplay convention. So I think that it's very disingenuous if you're only complimenting someone because you're, well, trying to super get in their pants. Because, I mean, if you're complimenting someone because you think, okay, they're cool, they might be a cool person, okay, that's fine. But if you're only doing it because you're like, I'm trying to take you back to my Hilton and Hilltown. No, yeah. So that's kind of where it's like, I don't feel
Yeah, and
that.
I can see that. I mean,
You should be giving out compliments to anyone, regardless of girl or guy, especially if you like, and asking for pictures and stuff. That's called being a decent human being, I think.
Yeah.
Last I checked. Not positive.
Absolutely.
It's been a while.
I would agree.
But, okay, so we're back here. We just finished not checking someone out. And then I walked away. Wait a minute. I know what you're thinking, but that's the play. All according to plan.
I love that there's a plan.
Yeah.
That's not uncomfortable at all.
So, repeat this first step with as many cosplay girls that you like at the convention. Okay. You're playing the long game here, so there aren't any level 1 cookies for you. Sorry, you've got to gamify this thing and level up to get the win. So now he's trying to speak to this nerdy-ass audience like, listen, you're fighting Zubats, and you must keep fighting the Zubats until finally...
So many Zubats.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, this speaks for itself. Not a big fan of this part. It's like,
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like go up to people. Yeah, not a big fan. I think, yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, no bueno. At most Comic-Con events, you're going to bump into the same people over and over again. You've got to go with the flow. Just try to focus on the things that you enjoy the most, and you'll most likely see that cosplay girl again. Okay, so he's kind of saying go up to a lot of people, and then you'll see them around because the convention or blah, 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 blah.
I mean, yeah, you'll see a lot of the same people that you see every year or at every convention that you go to if it's in your area.
Right.
But I find it uncomfortable to walk up to someone with the idea of, I'm going to see you again and this is going to be a thing. Like, I don't like that.
Right. So, I mean, basically you're saying you don't like the, like having like a ulterior motive. Yeah, it's like an ulterior motive of like, oh, I'm just playing the game, baby.
And I feel
You're
like,
just another one that I'll check later.
And I feel like if you are going to shoot your shot, if you do it in a completely genuine and not creepy way, if you shoot your shot and they turn you down, then you have your answer. But to do this like long con weird, like, I saw you now, and I'm going to see you in 4 months at this other convention, and I'm going to see you again in 3 months at this other convention.
Yeah.
This whole time I've been thinking about seeing you. Like, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't trust something like that.
So it's a lot of ulterior motives, and that's the kind of the big thing. It's not like it's kind of like a spontaneous, like it just happened kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you planned for it.
It's one thing to meet friends there and make an actual connection and be like, hey, I hope to see you at the next convention.
Sure.
It's different to walk up to someone and be like, hey, I like your costume. Oh, thanks. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably, I don't know if now or at some point, but we could probably get into what we think about this, because I think if you're the type of guy who does want to make friends at these conventions, like actually trying to meet people to become friends with them, this isn't something like, it wouldn't be crazy for me to be like, okay, if you see someone cool, maybe try to, take a picture, or hey, this is kind of cool, if she's okay or if they're okay with it, exchanging socials and stuff or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
just
that's
depends.
how I usually make friends.
It just depends on how comfortable that person is. And I mean, if you're going in with if you're actually trying to make friends and meet cool people that like the things you like, it's not like it's wrong to know that, hey, maybe I'll catch you at some other thing, especially if you're going out to these, right? Exactly. I think the whole trying to get in your pants as a part of doing this is the no bueno part.
Fair.
Yeah. Right? Because yeah. So he's basically saying, oh, you're going to see them again. Don't worry. This time you say hello and ask her if she's enjoying the convention. She's gotten a chance to see that you aren't a creep, and her guard is starting to come down.
Those two things in the same sentence. Her guard is coming down, and now she knows you're not a creep. Dude, you just proved you're a creep.
Yeah. If she likes you, then she'll pick up a bit of conversation.
That's not true.
Oh.
I've talked to a lot of people at conventions that are just complete, like, not bad people because I don't know them, but like passerbys in a sense of like you start a very small conversation.
Like you're in line waiting for something
not,
or something.
It's not because I like them.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's not because I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, if you're
a
being
really cool,
polite,
interesting
if you're being
person.
polite, you're not like, oh my god, look at
Exactly.
that specimen of a man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just politeness. It's like you come up to me and you say, oh, that's a really cool cosplay. I really like that. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And they're like, hey, are you enjoying the convention? Yeah, dude, how about you? Like, very
Right.
normal, chill conversation does not mean that I like you.
Yeah.
That's just not
Right.
how that works.
For sure. Yeah. If she likes you, then she'll pick up. Resist the urge to tell her how hot she looks. Think it. Don't say it. Think it. Do not say it. Just so Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if people are actually like that. I don't know if people are actually... I mean, have you ever had any guys come up to you and be like, okay, I'm sorry, but I just have to let you know that you're like so fucking hot.
Not in cosplay. Actually, not in cosplay. I've had people say like, hey, you look really cute, but it's never come on really like hard with that. Usually I can tell someone's a creep just by their actions and not necessarily by just being outright, hey, you're hot.
Right.
That happens more to me just in like an everyday life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That is
cool
the
stuff.
struggles of being a girl.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
like at conventions, I think there's a certain sense of like convention etiquette where you know if you say this, you're surrounded by other people.
Okay.
So you also are aware of how other people are going to take that, not just the girl.
Yikes. Yeah.
I think there's that level to it.
Okay.
But I can always spot a creep not by someone just walking up to me and being like super obvious with
Sure.
it. It's sometimes very subtle, but like girls know.
I would love
can
to
tell.
have this conversation of how people define creep.
Yeah.
That is I don't we could do that at the end, but we could power through this and try to get through it.
Yeah.
Resist the urge. Okay, I'm gonna try to resist my urge.
Scratching your neck, just
Yeah.
don't do it.
She's so hot. She's so hot. Harley Quinn. Now, tell her how you're finding the convention and mention something. So make small talk, basically. Ask her if there's something she's especially interested in seeing or doing. If you're more familiar, talk. If you've never heard of it, then ask her. So basically, just kind of make small talk. Oh, my goodness. You're almost there.
Ooh.
You're almost there.
no.
You're so close. So close. Now, give an approving nod, fuck, reading's hard. Approving nod of your head to her knowledge and interest of geek culture. Milady, I respect ye old wisdom and knowledge of the old tomes of anime
Anime.
and the D&D. Compliment her on her taste of shit. This is some Fedora level shit. This is super Fedora level shit. I don't like this. Compliment her, blah, blah, blah. Then ask her if you can take a picture. Don't take a picture of her. Take a picture with her. How do you feel about that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with like taking a picture with like a cosplay person.
If they're okay with it.
If they're, yeah, always ask for consent. If they're cool with it. I don't have a problem with someone taking a picture of my cosplay or a picture with them with my cosplay. That doesn't usually bother me. It depends on the way they, take the picture with you. Yeah, like once it gets like
They do the waist grab.
makes me, like,
the waist grab.
there are probably so many pictures of me online somewhere of me just like frozen
Save
and
me.
uncomfortable just because it's like
They
because
didn't
you're
even
like yeah
ask, they
sure
didn't even-
and they immediately like do like the waist slide and like I just freeze up and I just kind of like you can probably tell in the picture I'm just like like an uncomfortable like it's one
Yeah.
thing to be like shoulder but the waist thing makes
What do you feel?
me
How do you feel
super
about hover hand? Hover hand.
whatever.
What if I?
I think it's funny. I think hover hand is hilarious because that's their choice.
It's hilarious in pictures, yeah, but.
I mean it's whatever. I can just tell they're nervous and that's fine.
You think people should ask, like, oh, is it alright if I, like.
Yeah, I've
Arm
been asked
over?
and I've always appreciated it.
Okay.
Because like I'm the kind of person where if you like put your arm around my shoulder, it doesn't bug me too much as long as you're not pulling me in. As long as it's like a nice like light touch
Yeah,
around the shoulders.
If that.
Is fine.
Just somewhere to fucking put your hand, but not,
But-
like, clench.
Yeah, I've
You're
always-
mine now.
Oh god. No, I've always appreciated like I had someone at like last Comic Palooza I think come up to me. It was like I love your Ramona cosplay. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture with you?
Oh, wait, I'll put a
Absolutely.
picture, boom, of your Ramona cosplay.
Thank you. But like, and he asked his friend to do not too many's. He asked his friend to take a picture, and he walks up next to me. His friend's getting the phone ready, and he goes, "Hey, can I put my arm around your shoulder?" And I was like, Yeah, not a problem at all. And I think when he was walking away, I was like, hey, thanks for, like, asking. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm not an asshole. And he, like, walks away, and I was like, that's a nice person.
So you're telling me that someone's more endearing when they care and emphasize about someone else's emotions.
A concept, truly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
And their personal space.
Right. Yeah. So I mean,
Not everyone is going to react the same way.
Yeah, this is kind of part of the reason why I really wanted to have this talk, because I feel like there are some things that are like you can kind of like, okay, like this is, if you did it this way instead or you meant it this way, then it's not fucking all terrible. Like this isn't all trash, it's a lot of trash, but we can kind of sift through the shite and get like, okay, well, this is something you could do.
You find a
instead.
little lessons.
Yeah.
Little lessons within the big pile of garbage.
Exactly. Okay, so then, well, that's all you need to do for this convention. After it's done, head over to your social media of choice and find your unicorn. If you don't remember her name because you were so damn nervous, just look at some hashtags for the event and she'll most likely pop up. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wrong Ramona. No.
Oh, God. I hate it.
Yeah, this is a little weird, a little creepy.
Yeah, just a little like
obsessive.
Yeah, just like I forgot her name. Best go through this hashtag for 20 minutes. Yeah, and I mean, everyone has a little bit of like social media stalking.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's just like, it's a fine line between normal social media stalking and not normal social media stalking.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to define.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. You're basically saying, like, it's another thing to be kind of, like, trying to creep on someone as opposed to just trying to, like, see what they're up to or seeing, like, oh, okay, here's this person.
Yeah, and it's all about intention, I think. If
you're trying to like, drop a little fapo to the girl you saw in the costume. Yeah.
Right into the spank bank. You don't want that.
Favorite that picture on Instagram.
Save that to my shits. Yeah,
you just give a little
But there's times where I've like met someone and it's like, oh, we really hit it off as friends, like they were a really cool person. Oh, I forgot to find their social media, but I know what cosplay
that's
they were wearing that day.
100% happened to me.
Let me go through the tags. If I don't find it within about 10 minutes, then I'll give up and hope I see them later.
Sure, yeah.
But it's all about intention. There's a difference between I met this person, they were cool, and I want to be friends. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't, that's fine. Between there's also I met this person.
She was so
holy shit, she's so hot. Oh my god, she's hot, and I need to find her. Like there's a different connotation to that.
No, I got you. Yeah. That's all you need to do. Just look for her, find her. Send her a direct message and reintroduce yourself.
No.
Ask her if she's watching, reading, or playing that thing that you both talked about at the convention. Then feel free to talk about cosplay. This gets into dicey territory again. So, I think if the initial, like that guy, like let's say that guy who took a picture with you, what if he DM'd you and he was like, hey, by the way, here's the picture I took of you in case you ever wanted to use it or whatever. By the way, I'm blah blah blah, drop a follow, you're so cool, boo boo boo, and then maybe starts trying to do small talk. What would you think in that situation?
I think because I didn't get an initial weird vibe off of that person, then I don't think I would necessarily be seeking a friendship because I don't know them.
Sure,
but
fair enough.
I would be like, oh, thanks, man, and then if they try to engage in small talk, maybe a little bit, but I have a very short fuse, I guess, and not in like a temper way, but in like a disinterested, like I just don't have time to reply to people often.
Sure, especially if it's just like some passerby guy or just kind of like a whatever.
And there's even like people who have been following me for a long time that are totally chill people that message me, and I just kind of leave it unread because I just don't have time to be on it all the time. And I appreciate when they send me funny things and like memes and stuff. And it's totally cool, and I love it. Don't stop doing it. It's great.
You don't think it's okay.
But I can't reply all the time.
Sure.
I can't be always on my phone having small talk with like 6 different people at a time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like what you say. I mean, as long as it's like trying to make small talk because you want to maybe get to know them better, and they didn't, as far as you know, you don't think you creeped them out, or that there was some kind of vibe, not a vibe, but like they didn't think you were weird. So, for example, I've met cosplayers who I've literally met only at conventions and said hi in passing by, but then maybe on Instagram, you know, if they like we'll follow each other, and if they have like a story or something, I'm like, oh, haha, hee, haha, like blah blah blah. And then when I see them at a convention, I'm like, oh shit, hey, what's up? And then whatever. But it doesn't, like you say, kind of grow into this amazing friendship where I know them.
Yeah.
Not that it couldn't, but I don't think they see it as weird. Obviously, they don't see it as weird.
Most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah.
Most of the time it doesn't turn into any kind of friendship necessarily. And there's like cosplay girls that I know that are very like passerby friends. You see them at a con, you hang out for a little bit. Yep. It's great.
100%.
And like I would never be opposed to being better friends with those people.
But you're perfectly fine just kind of how it is.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I would love to hang out sometime, but I'm not going to make it weird and push it.
Yeah. So that was something I was going to bring up at one point. I think earlier on I was going to bring it up. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, if you're going to these conventions and the only thing on your mind is, I need to find that hot cosplay girl.
That
TM.
unicorn.
Yeah, that unicorn. if you're only going to the conventions to try to like kind of hook up and meet with people, that type of like desperation will just emanate. And so when you start making conversations, they'll know it's like, this seems like this thirsty ass dude is just kind of trying to talk to me or something. As opposed to you're a guy who's there enjoying the thing, you have your group of friends and you're just kind of passing by and you're like, oh, nice cosplay, haha, hee hee, woo hoo hoo. And then you just get back to doing whatever the fuck. And then maybe you do see them at some other thing, you're like, haha, hee hee, are you still, how's it going? Boo, boo,
yeah,
boo,
and
boo.
I also think there's a difference between like making conversation when you're like relaxing somewhere versus like they're on their way to an event or they're going somewhere and you're like, let me have a conversation with you, and you're like, talk to me.
Halt.
Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, having that. I mean, you're just saying having that level of like social awareness of like they seem kind of busy. I shouldn't. Hey, remember me from the dealer's room? Remember? We took a picture.
Maybe,
I grabbed your side.
I mean, you look familiar.
I pulled you in. You don't remember? You smell good.
Oh wait, yeah, I do remember. I have to go.
Go where? Can I come?
No.
That's a hot yikes. Hot yikes.
No. You cannot come ever.
Yeah,
ever.
hot yikes.
If I say I have to go, you're not.
Do
invited
not.
Unless I specifically ask you to come.
Hot yikes.
So,
yeah, that's weird.
do not.
Super weird. Yeah, so that was something I wanted to make a point of, is that like if you don't have your own stuff going on, they're gonna know that you're just there to try to hit on people.
Yeah.
And it's ingenuous because it's disingenuous. You're not actually there trying to make friends. If you're there to make friends with people and keep doing the cool stuff you're doing, then it's like, hey, I'm not coming at you with like, fill my need. Well, you can tell the difference, because I have made dude friends at conventions or even through DMs. There's like, I have dude cosplay friends that don't live in Texas. Do that, y'all. DM her.
Do not.
At LoserWaifu on social media. DM.
Anyway.
Don't.
But they're just like, it's a very simple, hey, I love your cosplay. Thanks, man. Your cosplay's pretty cool too. Just checked out your profile. Pretty dope. And it's like mutual friends, and it's like sometimes you have little conversations and small talks.
Wait. I'm sorry. You're telling me a girl and a guy can be friends?
Yeah, dude.
And they're not.
So I hate to break it to you.
And they're not. And they're not.
Listen to this one. I got a surprise for you. My best friend is a straight man. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my best friend. Straight
Why?
Man.
Dude,
kidding. You should ask him.
No, I'm kidding. That's bad. Yeah.
I can phone him right now. What's up?
Wow. I think they.
On the
internet, I think they call them simps. No, that's like the word of the week. It went from incel to simps now.
I know.
Like,
I was very confused.
I think I'm gonna get called a simp for this video, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna retweet every time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between simp and this is good to a completely different topic, different video.
This is on point. This is great.
There's a difference between simp and like person with basic human compassion.
Well, we can make a short video after this about that.
Yeah,
Hold that thought. Write it down. All right, we're going to go back to the article.
Yep.
No matter what the reply, ask her if she'd like to talk about the stuff more in person. So I think this is kind of just him kind of like saying, okay, first you kind of meet them Try to ask them about things that they like while you're there. Then when the convention's done, you kind of remind them or message them again saying, hey, remember that thing we kind of locked and talked about? Let's chitty chat. And then this is kind of saying, okay, now trying to say, hey, you're in my city. Would you be down to go to a cup of coffee?
Would you be down to be locked in my basement?
Or a trip to the comic book store.
And then be locked in my basement.
What's wrong? It was a nice basement. On your first official date, assuming that everything goes well with this magical person.
Assuming you get this date through these tactics.
Yeah. Then you can tell her how incredibly hot she... Oh, what? What happened, bro? Then you can tell her how incredibly hot she looked in her costume. You'll get lots of cool points for waiting.
No, you won't. Fun fact, you won't. You won't. That won't happen.
That won't happen?
That will not happen.
But cool points. But I waited. You know how women are vending machines, basically?
Yeah.
So I waited. I didn't put in my coin in. I waited like a good boy. I waited.
Exactly. You've been staring at it for that long time. You've been, like, caressing the other buttons.
But you're telling me I don't get no cool points.
No, man. You put that coin in, and then the machine broke, and you were trying to shake it, and nothing happens.
And then the vending machine falls, and you die.
Yeah.
Common death. I don't know what happened. It was almost like he had already failed, basically. He had like a D minus.
Yeah, I mean he failed when he started separating women's interests.
That was when he started. Yeah, that was bad.
Pretty much at the beginning.
Yeah, but then it's just like you're telling these people not to do this incredibly cringy shit that no person should ever do, and then you're like, okay, so now you get to do it,
now
and
you
she'll
can
be
weird.
You see, she didn't know whether you liked her because she was a geek or you thought she was cute because she's dumb, and women are dumb, and you have to trick them.
Women are just stupid, and sometimes you just have to really tell them how it be.
Clip that. It's probably been driving her. We're not streaming. It's probably been driving her crazy the whole time, and that's a good thing.
All she can think about, because she's a woman with a woman mind, all she can think about is you.
She made it out to this.
And your needs and your desires. And do you think she's pretty, or are you just interested in what she does?
She made it out all this way out to this date, but now she's like, I don't know if this guy
likes me. Does he like me?
Yeah.
My small woman mind doesn't understand.
Yeah, not a big fan. This is just this hit the dumpster. I
think I'm an opposite of I'm like an enemy.
You're an enemy?
Yeah, I'm an anti.
You're an anti-women? What?
I'm an anti this article.
Yeah, no, this is terrible. I mean,
the opposite of a fan.
Maybe there's still some more nuggets that we can get from the trash.
We've
dumpster diving. Yeah. Now you should be well on your way to deepening your connection with your favorite cosplay girl. I hope things work out for you in the end. Blah blah blah. Message me for follow-up after doing these whatever steps. Cosplay girls are nice. But don't stop trying to talk to girls who might not share all your same interests. It's all about mutual respect and shared values when you get right down to it.
I love having mutual respect for this stupid fucking woman.
It started off okay. Dumpster fire. Fire garbage. And then at the end he's like, but remember. It's all about mutual respect and shared values.
The more you know.
Yeah. Tips Spinora.
Oh my god.
She's not into X-Men, but she's willing to watch the whole. Okay, I'm done. Okay, it's just something to think about. Shouts out to whatever cosplayer this is. I'm sorry that they used your picture.
Yeah, I'm so
They didn't even credit you.
You look great.
Yeah.
To me, I don't even know what character this is. It could also just be a LARP cosplay.
But it's badass.
I don't recognize it, so it could be LARP.
Yeah.
What's up, incels?
So okay, we're done with the article. I think y'all get the gist. It was. This is why I wanted to read through it, right? Because at first they got me. I was like, oh shit, mutual respect, holy grail. Okay, I'll give it. Let me see. But now that I actually read through it with you, even without you, I could have been like, this guy's completely really off about a couple things.
Yeah. Couple.
Okay, a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of it.
You could pull maybe like 3 things from those, and it's like, don't walk up to a woman and tell her she's super fucking hot.
Yeah.
Have mutual respect. Your
don't
relationship
obsess over
should
someone.
Your relationship should be always based on mutual respect
and stuff you like.
And exactly, like,
yeah,
those were like the little things you could find in this fucking dumpster fire of an article.
Yeah.
That's barely an article. Fuck you, Jack Eagle. You
don't
even write
so the big thing is, if you take the part, like if you can boil it down to just don't be weird, and if you like same interests, well, enjoying stuff while you're at these conventions and stuff, right? But like, this isn't really cosplay specific. Like, the stuff he said isn't necessarily cosplay specific. He's just kind of applying it to if you're at a cosplay convention or like a convention, you know?
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't be weird, and maybe follow up if they like bothered to actually share social medias or liked or not, were instantly creeped out by you or whatever. So
yeah, and I think it really depends on everyone's definition, because everyone's different and how the people they're attracted to. There's people that are different in the way they like to be approached. I personally don't like to be approached at all.
Right.
I mean, I am in a relationship, so that kind of just, whatever.
Sure, of course.
But I mean, it's like whatever.
Still, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna approach me, and I mean, like, I'm not one of those people that's offended when someone finds me attractive or even, like, doesn't know I'm in a relationship and just wants to shoot their shot. Like, that's not offensive.
Right.
It's totally,
as long as they don't, like, honk, honk, and then
yeah,
run
because
away.
then I'm going to actually ruin their lives. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm very strong.
She will
very
fuck you
strong.
up.
I will literally kick your ass. And you know what? That's a blessing, because people would pay for me to kick their ass. Anyway.
On God.
It's just like really hard to define. And I mean, these people don't know they're being weird. They don't know.
Right. So that's
part of the problem.
That's a big thing. So that's also part of the reason why I wanted to make sure I had you on, because I feel like a lot of people might read something like this wanting to either improve their dating lives or actually make friends at these things. But then articles like this just give guys the wrong impression of how they should approach it. Like the horribly wrong, do not do impression of how to do things. So that's why I think it's important that, we get a perspective of someone who goes to these thingies. Where's my hands? Right? To make sure that there's something that you could actually apply and see how to actually correctly approach things. Because, I mean, if you're being genuine and you actually want to make friends and meet people, because maybe you might not have a lot of friends, or you might want to, make friends that like the things you like, there are ways to do it and ways not to do it. And if you're following a lot of the stuff in this, you're not gonna do it. So
don't be a fucking creep. I think it all also stems from the idea that, like, I think it's people who feel like they need a relationship in order to be happy.
For sure. Yep.
So I feel like if you're actively looking in such an aggressive way, like I need a cosplay girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to these conventions with the sole purpose of finding a girlfriend.
I need her. Where are you, Mako?
Mako, please.
Yeah.
Like, then that's just a self-image issue. It's
You gotta get your shit together.
yeah.
Son.
Love yourself first. You come first.
You don't need these e-girls.
I love e-girls.
Who doesn't?
Who does not love e-girls? They're fantastic. Even the haters love e-girls because they're hot.
Yep.
Anyway, but it's also like this idea of women, and specifically in this case, cosplay girls, as a commodity, a novelty to be won.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you were really like, man, I want to put myself out there, I'm interested in dating, like, I'm just ready for that, ready to put myself out there. It's you can't be thinking about, I need a cosplay girlfriend because their hobby is the hot, sexy thing to me. What you need to do is to meet people that have similar interests to you, and, like, just a nice person.
Yeah.
A person first and foremost.
Sure. Yep.
And then if you find out they cosplay later, great.
Okay.
Then that's
right.
like, oh, whoa, I love cosplay. I think it's so cool. And then it's like, oh, well, there you go. You scored yourself a cosplay girlfriend by treating her as a person first.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of ticked a lot of people off on Twitter, was that it kind of felt like it was like a fetishizing of the cosplay girl. Like, because you could insert any other type of girl instead of cosplay girl, and it just does not read well.
Let me tell you.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. I told you I just was not a popular person in, like, junior high school. All I could talk about was Naruto for about 3 years. Would not shut up.
Kagebunsha, my dudes.
Dude, I used to beg my mom in 5th grade to let me wear my headband to school.
Bro, you
She
didn't?
put her foot down. She
You
said
didn't?
no.
Fucking, you should.
I thought about sneaking it, but I was a good kid. She told me no, so I was going to do it. But I was like, please, Mom. She was nice enough to buy it for me. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had that
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Leaf Village headband, and I was like, yes,
Amazing.
but I wore it around my neck like Hinata.
Amazing.
Anyway, a little look into Alyssa's childhood.
Yeah.
But
this is a cosplay girl. This is the girls that you want.
I'm a unicorn, so fucking rare. Like, no. That made me want to vomit. But it's the amount of the people that used to poke fun at me sliding into my DMs now, like being like, "Oh, your cosplay is so cool! Like, it's so cool that you do that. That's so rad."
These were the people that were giving you shit, most shit.
People who were like, "Oh, this is before like I used to when I was younger."
Mm-hmm. Right.
Check me out on the real podcast about this topic maybe one day.
We could record it right after this.
Right,
Anyway.
true. I need food before that. I'm hungry.
Bet.
But the amount of people slipping in my DMs now who are just like, "Oh, like this cosplay thing is really cool." And this was a time when I knew these people back in like junior high. Is that I didn't tell people that I cosplayed. This was a total secret.
Gotcha. Right, because you said you were really young when you started.
Yeah, and it was a time where like, you know, glomping was a thing. Pedo Bear was a thing.
I remember Pedo Bear.
Hashtag demonetized. But it's like, it was that day.
Gotcha.
Where like cosplay, if you said it to the normal person, "Oh yeah, I cosplay," they don't know what the fuck that is.
Gotcha, yep.
And then you have to explain, "I dress up as this character."
Yeah.
So I just never said anything,
Gotcha.
really. And then when people found out, it was kind of, you know, it was a butt of a joke a lot of the time. And now these
They're
people,
like,
now that cosplay...
you dress up?
Yeah, literally. It's like, I don't know, fucking greasy nerd girl. I was greasy. I do get my... Yeah, I was fucking nasty.
Hey, we'll do a skincare routine video.
Yeah, it was fucking... But now that cosplay is more mainstream...
Right.
It's one of those things where they're popping up in my DMs now, just like, "Hey, it's really cool that you do cosplay." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, James? Eat my ass. Fuck off."
Hey, remember that time that you fucking bitch ass
Beat the shit out of you, James.
Oh, that's such... Remember what we said about social awareness?
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah, man.
That's so bad.
And what the funny thing is, I don't think they remember me.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think they remember me being that kid from school. I think they see me and saw that I went to the same high school. I went to the same junior high. We have mutual friends, so we...
Like, who's this blue-haired vixen?
Yeah, like... Stop it. Get some help.
One mutual friend? I'm in there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess the moral of the story is treat women like people.
Okay.
Treat women like people before their hobby that you like.
Sure.
And don't be fucking weird, and maybe have pure intentions, and you won't fucking be turned away constantly.
Right.
And if you put yourself first and you say, "I really have to improve on myself and love myself first," and, you know...
Clean your room.
Yeah, do some self-care, bro.
Yep.
Then maybe... that will kind of radiate off of you, and people will be more attracted to you because you got your shit together.
Yep. Don't come up to people asking them to fill your cup, your needy little cup. Please.
You should have a full cup.
Yeah.
And then
Offer
be
people,
like, and then be like, "Hey, would you like a sip of this cup? It's completely full, and I would like to share this with you.
Yeah.
Can I take a sip out of your cup with consent?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told Josh this too. Josh is my boyfriend. That
Bow.
Hit him up for cosplay editing.
Yeah.
One day. He's like laying on the floor.
We'll do a Josh cam after.
I'm excited for Josh cam. But I've had conversations with him before about I am a full person by myself. Mm-hmm. I am a whole person. Mm-hmm. I am complete by myself. And what I look for in a partner is someone to enhance my happiness, not to bring me happiness, because I got that. Right. And that's what I think and when
like
I met Josh. Like a healthy relationship. Like a healthy concept. Yeah. When I met Josh, I was, I had just really came to terms with the idea of being single and being super okay with it. Because I spent like a year and a half where I was like on dating apps and stuff. Being like, I really just want. And eventually I had a dating app for maybe a month and I deleted it. It was not my cup of tea. But I was like actively always looking. And so
who has a Tinder or Bumble? YouTube.com/TheRealMarsBar.
Hit me up on Tinder. Look at my great abs.
I just did a Tinder video. Anyway.
I did see that. But you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm single and I'm really enjoying this time with just me.
Right.
And you know what? I love myself, and I am going to work on improving myself in every aspect of my life, and like being happy. And then like probably 6 months into that, Josh is like, "Hi, hello," and I'm like, "Oh man, I'm catching those feelings." But it went immediately into a very healthy relationship because I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for validation. I wasn't looking for happiness. Looking for it from somewhere else. I had it.
Right.
And I met someone who just happened to enhance that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Shout out to my Josh Cam.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Truly.
So I think we'll end on that.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. No, I don't know. If you like this video and these topics,
Smash that fucking.
Yep. Do that. Pop pop. I look like a fucking zombie, bro. I don't know why the color fucks up. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone watching. Thank you so much for being on the video. I'm glad you got to help, because if I was just kind of reading, I'm sure it wouldn't have the same perspective and input that was probably desperately needed.
I bring in the Bulma fans.
Thank you.
Drink water. Hydrate
Drink
yourself.
water and follow LoserWaifu. All right. Thank y'all so much. Catch you on the next video.
Where we make video for you.
Welcome everyone to the new video. Fuck, I don't know how the fuck do you start?
Did you write it down?